What is going on, everybody? Cole Simonson here, and today is the day I've been waiting for quite a while. I'm finally installing the new trigger on my 22-250. We have ourselves a Timney Remington 700 trigger, and we're going to put that in, and hopefully it'll actually help me shoot better. We tried adjusting this trigger, but it was already adjusted as far as it could go, which is just over 3 pounds, and I do not like 3 pounds. For me, 3 pounds is way too long of a trigger pull, especially in the wintertime. When you got gloves on, I don't like it. So we're going to replace that right now. I'll walk you step by step through it. This is my first time doing it, so we're both learning together. First things first, as always, make sure the gun is empty, bolts open, nothing's in the chamber, and we're ready to go. Now on this rifle, the bolt release is inside the trigger guard right down here, and you just press that and pull the bolt out. So we'll remove that bolt here. Bolt comes, put it in a safe place. I just got this new Tipton gun vise, love it already. It's, simple, easy to put together. It took me 5 minutes. So we will flip the gun over, and next step is to remove this stock. So we're going to remove these 3 bolts here that hold on the stock and the trigger guard. Put those somewhere safe. If you kind of heard that audible relief, that means that this barrel just kind of came undone from, or the action came undone from the stock here, and we're going to pull that off. Trigger guard comes right off. Put that somewhere safe. Hold on to it here. Now that we flipped our rifle, we're ready to just nice and easy get this all set here so we're tight, and we'll just pop this nice and easy. Just got to work your way. Work this gun out of there. It won't be too rough. There it comes. And there is our action and our barrel. So if you want, you can always take the scope off too, which we might end up doing. So, but we get this stock out of the way here and go from there. If you guys are wondering about what scope this is a Vortex Tactical in first focal plane. It's a really nice scope for the money. It is a little bit on the heavier side, but it does work. Nice little first focal plane. I like it. It's got the dial turrets. So it was like $400. But anyways, we just pulled that off. And now it's time to do a little bit of work on this here trigger. Alright, so you have 2 pins on this trigger here. One in the back right by the safety and one in the front. We're going to punch out this rear one first because of the bolt release right here. We'll pretty much pull that off and get that freed up so we don't have to be fighting the bolt release on the other pin there. We'll get that one out of there real quick, or as much as possible. I think we can do it without getting it all the way out. There, I felt it release. There's that. Okay, we got that pin out, and you just have to remember how this little spring went in there. It'll only work one way, so put the pin with the spring so we don't lose either of those. And then we'll just remove the bolt release. And remember, this is how I'm doing it. There are probably other ways. Like I said, this is my first time ever doing it, so there are definitely other ways that are probably better, but we're learning together. So we're gonna pop that next one out here. Just like that. Got it to move. Just not take it nice and easy. We don't need to pop it all the way out, but there, felt it release. Saw the trigger go slack. Might have a little bit more to do. Well, there went the other pin, but there's our factory trigger we just pulled out. And here's the new one we're just putting in. So, just reverse engineer everything that just happened. We'll set that up like that. We'll have to throw that one on safety too. Now, the rear pin is longer than this front pin, so make sure you're getting the correct ones where they go. Just a couple quick swift blows, and there we go. Get these in line. That one's in. Punch there. Let's actually get this front one done first. Right just about to there. You don't want to go too far with the front one, or else it blocks your bolt release. Now we're going to push that rear pin through just enough to where we can set this spring in there and to where it'll hold. Okay, looks like we somewhat got the spring sitting correctly. The problem is going to be able to keep it there. Why do we punch it in? Kind of got one shot at this. Hopefully it works. Okay, so we were actually able to get that to work, enough to hold the spring in at least, and now we just need to move down the bolt release so we're able to get it to align with the punch. And all we'll just do is just take our little punch here and align that, and it looks like I just messed it up, but we should be good still. There. Okay, it's aligned. Hopefully it stays aligned. Now we're gonna punch it. There we go. Holy smokes. Well people, that spring was not supposed to come out, but it did, and we got this fully functioning now, so no harm, no foul, right? Does feel that that is a little bit tight, so it's not releasing fully when you press it back. So we will take a little Allen head here. Oh, come on, be the right side. Too big. We will take a little Allen head here and just loosen that up just a little bit, so when we do press it, that spring will actually, there we go, it's actually resetting that button there. So there we go, just fix that with a little bit of an Allen twist, and now we're ready to put this on the vise and test our trigger here. Okay, so we got it mounted on our little vise here, and all we're going to do is just put the trigger back in, lock it down, throw it on fire, and squeeze. It fires. That's awesome. Do it again. Let's throw it on safety. Make sure it doesn't fire. So we're good there. And that's all right. Trigger pull. I don't have a trigger tester, so we're gonna actually use a little fish scale. Broke at 3 pounds 6 ounces, which is where this trigger said it was supposed to be when it came out of the box, but it is adjustable, and we have a little Allen head. We're going to try to adjust this down to about 1.5. Okay, so to adjust the trigger pull, you have these two Allen head screws right here. Top one is over travel, and bottom one is actual pull adjustment. If you loosen it, it lightens the trigger, tightens it. It makes it tougher to pull. So what we're going to do is we're just going to loosen that a little bit, and we'll start doing it one by one, nice and easy. Let's get in there and let's go about a quarter turn. There. About a quarter turn. Get on here with our homemade trigger thing. That broke at 2.5 pounds. So we're going to adjust it another quarter turn and see where that puts us. There's 2.5 again, but we'll redo it here. Yep, 2.5. So we'll go down another quarter turn. Now this isn't a quality trigger pound tester, so I'm not going to rely 100% on it. I'll definitely make sure that this trigger can't be pretty much a stiff wind won't set it off, but see, that was at just over 1.14 ounces. So we're just going to keep going a little bit less. I like mine at about 1.5 pounds. So we're going to try just a little bit more. And I think this will probably be our last adjustment until we actually get a real accurate trigger pull. Just go. That broke at just over 1.5 pounds. So I'm going to test it myself here. I like that a lot. Now, what I was told by a gunsmith is you don't really have to worry as long as you don't have any slack in that trigger when you're on fire and when it's cocked. As long as you don't have any slack in that trigger, which we don't, that you can go as light as you want, really. So right there, I mean, we're on fire and that trigger is not moving a bit. It's doing very well, but we are going to keep it right there until we get an actual pull on it, but I like that. So okay, now it is time for the final step. We'll put our box spring back in, like so. Just kind of guide it right down in there. Just take the bolt out. There we go. Just had to get a little mean with it, but this rifle is, you know, the tolerances are very stiff, so it may take you a little while to get it, but you won't break it. So there we go. Everything feels lined up now. We'll get the stock screw mounted correctly. Oh shoot. If I can put in the right screw. Jeez. God. Some wannabe gunsmiths, I swear. Here, we'll get the right screw in. There. That should do it. There it is. Just give it a little nice little touch there. Okay. Like I said, first time doing it, trying new things, and you do it once and you can do it again. So there we go. We finally got that Give that a little bit of love. Just had to think it through a little bit too. Oops. But there we go. A little bit of love. We'll throw our scope back on. Nice thing about this scope is it's already lined up. It's got its little notches in the base. So probably the easiest one, easiest thing to screw in today. Can't mess this one up. Well, I can, but don't tempt me. Alright, there. Make sure those are tight. Don't want our bases coming loose on us. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we'll just top it off with putting the bolt back in. Everything closes. Head is empty. It isn't too bad. I think I might be able to go a little bit lighter, but I don't think I'm gonna until I get an actual scale on it. So, well guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me kind of struggle through this, but it was first time doing it, first time for everything. I hope you guys learned something, and seriously, just a quick Google of how all the parts went together and the adjustment screws, and I had this thing out and back together in just a few minutes. So a couple things I learned real quick. Don't be scared to kind of get rough with these barrels. They're very high tolerances, so they're put in there very well. As long as you have all your bolts out, you aren't going to hurt it. Just jerk it off. Do the back pin first on the trigger, because the front pin gets caught on the trigger or the bolt release. And other than that, just make sure you remember how all your parts went in and out, and you'll have no problem doing this on your own. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed doing this, and I can't wait to get on the next video with this gun of me actually getting around to shoot through it and sighting it in. So if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like and comment on this video, and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my gear reviews, my do-it-yourself builds and tips and tricks, and hunting. Definitely don't miss that. We got some more coyote hunting coming up in February. You won't want to miss that one. I have a little surprise guest. Me and him are going on a couple-day coyote trip, so look for that. Once again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and good luck this season.